The moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. The words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I believe, are important for us today, as many of us are concerned and weary about yet another Supreme Court case dealing with reproductive freedom. Hi, I'm Dr. Cari Jackson of RCRC. I have the privilege of being the Director of Spiritual Care and Activism. And so I want to talk with you about something today that's been so important to me, and that is that justice organizations and justice advocates, that we come together in ways perhaps we haven't done before. The siloed approach to reproductive freedom doesn't work. One of my favorite quotes is from Reverend Martin Niemöller, Lutheran minister during the 1940s in Germany, who in his confessional statement understood that when the Nazi Party initially started coming after the Jews, he was silent. And in his wonderful poem, he says, first they came for the socialists. And then it continues to progress to then they came after me, and there was no one left to speak. So often we have been socialized to look at justice in terms of economic justice, environmental justice, reproductive justice, you name it. We've got to work together, or otherwise there is no justice. For you see, understand, at the heart of what we're dealing with is not just about women's bodies being oppressed, or the bodies of those who can become pregnant or want to become pregnant, or those who want to parent, or those who don't want to parent at a particular time or ever. It is not just about that. It is really about the oppression of people. It is really about those who want to have an oligarchy. Oligarchy is when a system of government is led by a few, and that's really what's going on. It might look like the impulse for a theocratic government, and some would say, but we were formed to be a Christian nation. Well, theocracy is really another form of oligarchy. I am so proud that RCRC, as a multi-faith organization, understands that Christian supremacy will destroy us all. Now, I purposely wore my clergy collar today. I am so proud to be a Christian minister who believes in the sacredness of religious pluralism. I love it. I get to learn so much more about the divine as I engage with and enrich conversation with people whose religious and spiritual beliefs are different from mine. I get to learn so much about human nature by connecting with people, not only those who are Black like me, but those who are not. I get to learn so much about human sexuality by engaging with and honoring and respecting the panoply of sexual orientations and sexual identities. We are this incredible bouquet of humanity. And all of it is under assault. So let's find ways, let's create ways to be allies across groups. And understand this, ally doesn't mean just rush in and say, I want to be your friend, but also look at some of the ways that perhaps we've internalized ways that we oppress other people. Sisters and brothers, this is such an amazing time. If the question is, what kind of society do you want us to be? If that's the question, and I think that's an important question, then we have to practice living into that in the ways that we go about doing our justice work. It is not only about Black lives that matter. It is not only about reproductive dignity. It is not only about gun reform and prison reform and immigration reform and all of those things. We've got to work together. And the more we do, we help bend the arc of the moral universe even more steeply toward justice. Let's work together. And issues of what happens in the Supreme Court start shifting. We've got to talk about the reality that there is a belief in the culture that was shaped by Christian church, that the purpose of human sexuality is for procreation. We've got to talk about it. And we've got to break that down. And so then LGBTQ individuals working along with those who are doing repro work and working along those who are doing with those who are doing immigration work and those who are doing election work. All of us, because it will take a village. We can do this. We are the ones we've been waiting for, and we've got to do it together. Now, that does require that we look at internalized sexism, internalized racism, internalized classism, on and on and on. We got to look at our stuff so that we can work together. This is the moment, and we are the ones we've been waiting for, and we together, working in concert with one another. The arc of the moral universe, one that is steeped in gratitude, one that is steeped in compassion, one that is steeped in human flourishing. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do that together. And for this amazing moment, we've all been called. God bless you. We'll get it done because we have the whole universe on our side. Can't go wrong with that. Blessings. And I say namaste, for indeed the divine within me sees, honors, acknowledges, and seeks to support the divine in you. Peace. Thanks. Love you. Bye.